Palmerin, and I got a really exciting email the other day. Exciting, really exciting for me because I get to share all this wonderful news with you guys. I got an email from one of my beta readers, T-Bird. She goes by T. She's awesome. She also helps out Beyond the Valley of the Books, the fabulous book blog that helps get exposure for tons of authors. Anyway, the email was about several questions detailing your current work in progress. And I thought it was very interesting because I've not really been asked that a whole lot. And I thought this would be an excellent opportunity, instead of doing a blog post, maybe doing a video so that I can tell you guys about it and all the exciting stuff. One of the questions was, where did I get the title from? This is one of my favorite questions because it's one of my favorite aspects of writing, besides getting, the story on paper, of course. But every writer has an idea, and getting that idea onto paper, into a computer, is a lot harder than just having the idea in your head. Forming the proper words and having the right flow is not an easy feat at all. So a lot of times whenever I know what kind of story or point I want to get across to my readers, I then, if I can't get it, out, a lot of times I come up with the title first. I've done that with mostly all of my stories. Matter of fact, I think all of them except Garrett's story. I started writing his and then titled his. So for those of you that have read my books, you know that I like to write poetically. I've been told that. I take that as a huge compliment, philosophically as well. I'm a huge believer in symbolism. So the name of the book is called Gwendolyn versus the Band of Barren Hearts. And Gwendolyn is my female lead. And so Gwendolyn versus the band, or the group of barren hearts, or the people that lack a heart, lack souls. And Gwendolyn is a 17-year-old. She had a content life, happy life, and then it was all taken away in the blink of an eye. And then she finds herself in a situation and a life that she just didn't even really know existed. So she's really questioning the world, and even her life before that. But this story is a lot about survival. And what I love most about Gwendolyn is that she never, she doesn't really, she gets emotional, but not too much. She's a fighter. She gets mad as hell. She doesn't, there are times that she, wants to cry, but she bottles up all those emotions and she gets angry, and that's how she survives. And I think it's wonderful considering the circumstance that she finds herself in. And the hardest part to write, I'd have to say the whole story, having the courage and the faith to do it. But then again, I have some fabulous, amazing, wonderful, awesome beta readers. And I just want to stress too that I have a group full of beta readers that they don't all just read dark. And I don't all just, I don't write just dark stories. I have other works in progress that are different genres as well. So having their support, because I know that they would tell me, their straight up opinion, really makes me believe in this story. Just like it took me a really long time to believe in Lila's story. I wrote that 2 years ago, and I released it in August of 2013, and I didn't really even start promoting my series until about 6 months ago. I mean, I created a Facebook page, but I really never contacted blogs, or I didn't really try pushing my work or my series a whole lot until the past 6 months. But I've got, the courage and the faith and the support from my beta readers and my family and my friends, and that's awesome. And I have that with Gwendolyn's story too. And I think, it's just part of becoming a writer, no matter what you choose to write, having that belief in yourself. And I'm finally getting there, and I think that's just wonderful. And so I really believe strongly in the work that I create. I know it's not for everyone. I don't always read dark stories either. I prefer lighter reads a lot of times. But, I like a dark read occasionally too. But I believe strongly in the message that I'm trying, to get out there. And I got this idea because I like the idea of something so horrible and horrendous turning into something beautiful. And that's how Lila's story is. Something so tragic can turn into something so beautiful. And there's always light. You can always see light and darkness, and it's a process. And that's what kind of stories I like to write and create. And what excites me most about this story, about Gwendolyn's story, is being able to affect my readers and touch my readers. That is what I do. I don't do it for sales. I don't do it for rank. I don't do it for accolade. I don't do it for fame. I do it to affect my readers and to touch their souls. That is why I do what I do. I could talk about this probably for 2 hours, but that would get old for you guys at least. My least favorite part in the beginning of the book, that goes back to just having the courage to do it. Am I going to do this? Am I not? And then finally, whenever I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do this, then it's just like, bam, it happens for me. I'm a really compulsive writer. So when it happens, I just, I let the words come out, and it happens quite quickly. The message, I think, don't want to be too redundant here, but, there's always light and darkness. There's always hope in something tragic. And I'm depicting that in a much different way in Gwendolyn's story. And I think that is just going to be an incredible, incredible thing. And I really think that if you enjoyed my previous books, Broken, Succumbing, Shadows, Armored, and Trials, and Soon to Be Surpassing, I really think that you'll enjoy Gwendolyn's story as well. Plot twist. Well, I wouldn't be the writer that I am without a big, huge plot twist. The difference is with Gwendolyn's book, it's just one big, giant one, as opposed to the build-up in my series. I had the foreshadowing and whatnot in my series. With Gwendolyn's book, I expect a pretty mega one. But the good thing about it is it's one story in one book. And I know that's a big thing for a lot of readers, So it'll be one book, just one story. Gwendolyn's story is just start to finish. You'll get it right there. But yeah, major plot twist. And shot getting to know the characters. I think I kind of shocked myself after writing certain scenes. I think it was like that for me in my previous works too, especially during the harder scenes. For those of you that have read my books before, whenever I sent Cecily and Kelly and T my work, and then I went back and read it, and then I was just like texting, I was just like, can I release this? Like, can I do this? Is this okay? And then, like I said, I got the backing and support from them, and I'm totally excited about this book. I really think it's going to be a wonderful thing. As far as dates and releasing and how far I'm into it, that changes hour by hour right now. And I don't really want to give an exact date. I kind of want it to be a little surprise for you guys, especially since Surpassing is right around the corner, December the 4th. And Abram's book is coming out February 2nd. So I just, keep a lookout on my Facebook page, facebook.com/The Coming to Scars and Sorrow. And I'll keep you guys posted. It'll be sooner rather than later, I promise. And I just totally want to say thank you for you guys being with me and listening about my next book. I'm really, really super stoked about this one. And like I said, you'll get the ending in a nice little bow wrapped up, and you'll get the happily ever after, even though I stress that not everything is what it seems. Gwendolyn will get the ending that she deserves. So rest assured. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.